A combined sewer overflow, or CSO, is the discharge of wastewater and stormwater from a single pipe sewer system directly into a body of water, which can cause water pollution problems. CSO communities have interconnected their storm sewers, household sump pumps, and foundation drains with their sanitary sewers. This was done to transport this storm-induced ponding water away from problem areas. Over time, a community's sewer manholes and sewer pipes degrade. This results in excess flow into and through the sanitary sewers and manholes when the ground is saturated by rain or snowmelt. The adverse effects of dilapidated homeowner laterals, or pipe from individual homes to the sewer, is not to be underestimated. The majority of sewer pipe in a community is not owned and operated by the community. These laterals are owned and maintained by individual homeowners. CSOs have become a major water polluter for 109 communities in Indiana. IDEM has worked with the EPA to establish long-term control plans to help diminish harmful effects of CSOs. The U.S. EPA allows for a phased implementation of a community's CSO strategy to accommodate a community's financial capability. Even with a phased implementation, the costs associated with the vast majority of long-term control plan-related work often result in tremendous increases to existing sewer rates. Commonwealth engineers understands the financial burden that is placed on communities who are striving to adhere to new CSO regulations and reduce the frequency and volume of the discharge of combined sewage into local waterways. A long-term control plan phased implementation allows a community to assess the effectiveness of projects as they are implemented and the ability to change direction to the most cost-effective and desired solution. Commonwealth Engineers helps our clients review their long-term control plans and provide a summary of recommendations that they may need to consider before proceeding with additional work. We can provide a comparison of alternatives, including cost, schedule, construction permitting, compliance, operation, and general aesthetics. Let's discuss some options. Minimize the clear water that enters the sanitary sewer system. This can be done by disconnecting direct stormwater connections from the sanitary sewers and rehabilitating existing sanitary sewer pipes and manholes. Unfortunately, this alone is unlikely to completely solve the problem. On average, 75% of a community's clear water infiltration comes from individual homeowners, dilapidated laterals, direct sump pump, and foundation drain connections. Also, it is often problematic for communities to mandate individual homeowners to incur large one-time costs to repair or replace their laterals and/or disconnect their sump pumps and foundation drains, resulting in nuisance ponding at the individual households. Install additional sewers to ensure wet weather flows can be conveyed to the wastewater treatment plant for treatment. Though this can be done, most CSO communities are urbanized. Digging up the roads and avoiding existing utilities proves quite undesirable. Alleviate the excess flow at the point of bottleneck with flow equalization. Wet weather flow can be diverted from problem areas to large storage basins. Raw sewage would then fill the tanks and/or lined basins until the storm subsides. They are then drained at a controlled rate back to the sanitary sewer for conveyance to and treatment by the wastewater treatment plant. Though effective, many find open sewage storage basins to be offensive and undesirable. Odor complaints from nearby homeowners are commonplace, along with nuisance algae growth. Furthermore, the operators often find these storage basins difficult to keep clean and face further challenges in treating the wastewater once it is back into the system and transported to the wastewater treatment plant due to high levels of ammonia that are often present over the winter months. But there is an alternate solution: wet weather treatment. Wet weather treatment provides a cost-effective, low-impact approach to managing wet weather flows and reducing CSOs. It can be incorporated as part of the long-term control plan solution and can occur local to the CSO if necessary, or at the wastewater treatment plant if all flow can be conveyed to the plant. Let's discuss two types of wet weather treatment alternatives Commonwealth has successfully implemented for CSO communities across the state of Indiana: high-rate clarification with ultraviolet light disinfection and vortex separation with chemical disinfection. Benefits from these two options include: first, very little land is required for installation. For example, the City of Terre Haute considered installing 2 large and costly CSO storage basins. A wet weather treatment facility accomplished the same intent with a fraction of the land area. Instead of large open raw sewage ponds, Terre Haute will now have a small enclosed treatment facility barely noticeable to the public, adjacent to a large park with water features, fishing ponds, and trails. In the same manner, if the area is urban in nature, wet weather facilities can be made to blend into the setting. Second, wet weather facilities provide an odorless alternative to storage. Instead of diverting the sewage into large storage basins, the CSO is immediately treated, affording clean discharge to the same water body that was originally receiving the CSO. Third, reduced costs. The typical operational cost for treating wet weather flows through a wastewater treatment plant is over 4 times that required to treat the same flow utilizing a wet weather treatment facility. This results in significant cost savings year after year. Are you prepared to accurately predict the combined sewer system response with your current long-term control plan? With our experience in regulatory agency relationships, Commonwealth is well suited to negotiate a cost-effective CSO solution that meets your community's water quality needs. Commonwealth has aided over 1/3 of Indiana's CSO communities in planning and implementing affordable solutions for the same CSO-related challenges you are facing. To discuss alternatives to your existing CSO control strategy, contact Commonwealth today.